of neglect and abuse. This is the second of 3 programs on recognizing child abuse. The first covered physical abuse. This program will focus on neglect and emotional abuse. The final program will discuss sexual abuse. These statistics suggest that almost 2,500 children are neglected or abused every day. More tragically, an estimated 1,460 children die each year of neglect and abuse. More than 40% of these fatalities were attributed to outright neglect. Neglect is best defined as depriving a child of adequate food, clothing, shelter, or medical care, though some states moderate the definition of neglect for families that are destitute and have obvious difficulty providing for physical needs. Less is known about the parents or caretakers guilty of neglect than those guilty of intentional physical abuse, but it appears that many of the risk factors are the same.
What do you feed her for breakfast?
Risk factors include an earlier history of neglect when the caretaker was a child. In addition, poverty is often an added strain. Many parents lack appropriate parenting skills secondary to poor role models in their own life. Ignoring a child's needs can stem from caretakers putting their own needs ahead of the child, or simply lacking parenting skills. A crying infant may be attempting to communicate many things, but it requires a caretaker to receive the message. Neglectful parents may be simply unaware, for example, that an infant needs to be fed frequently, and may not know what to feed the infant if breastfeeding becomes difficult. Adding solid foods to the infant's diet may prove to be a challenge to many parents. This is particularly true in the case of parents who are unstable, mentally ill, or are low mentally functioning. The most serious lack of parenting skills is often the simple failure to understand that emotional nurturing is as essential as food, clothing, and medical care.